Welcome back to another episode of Defense and Aviation Update in 10 Slide Info. During the Russia-Ukraine war, when we saw the video clippings and footage of a Russian T-72B3 tank turret flying to the sky, it was very surprising and shocking to everyone. The video which we are talking about is about the footage which was prevailing in social media about the Russia-Ukraine war. There are many T-72 operators, and for such countries, it might have been a nightmare, since it would lead them to suspect the reliability of these tanks, which are operated by their army's fleet. If you consider the weight of the T-72 tank's turret, it weighs nearly 12 tons, and such a huge weight flying in air was something rare. Instead of just concentrating on the flying turret, we should also consider the massive power and pressure which came from the tank's body that was required to throw such a massive turret high in the sky. Does this mean countries who operate these T-72 variant tanks should be worried, including India? If we take a look at the T-72 tank variants, which are operated by the Indian Army, this is completely different from the one which comes directly from Russia. After review of trial results, the T-72M1 variant was selected by the Indian Army. A procurement contract for almost 2,400 plus T-72 tanks was subsequently signed. In parallel with buying T-72M off the shelf from the Soviet Union, India also launched its domestic production T-72, badged as T-72M1, at the Heavy Vehicles Factory in Avadi, Chennai. Not only that, Ajaya M2, which is again an Indian version of the T-72M1, was also manufactured at Avadi with explosive reactive armor and banks of 6 smoke grenade launchers on each side. On top of this, the Heavy Vehicles Factory also tried integrating the Arjun main battle tank turret onto the T-72 hull and presented the prototype to the Indian Army evaluation team, but unfortunately this model did not enter production, as it was rejected by the Indian Army. Even a test run of a hybrid tank formed by merging T-90 Bhishma turret on a T-72M1 Ajaya hull was seen on a dedicated track at Avadi, Chennai. With so many variants and testing being done, and even posts that if the Indian Army is rejecting or not showing interest in a few tanks, that means India has a very good evaluation team, which can suspect the danger before approving such hybrid tanks. Also, the T-72 Ajaya variant of tanks has gone through rigorous trials and testing before it was locally manufactured at Chennai's Heavy Vehicles Factory. Even though India takes time in procuring certain defense products, their evaluation has never gone wrong. In a similar way, the tanks which have been manufactured at India's factory have never exploded, just like the one which we saw in Ukraine. The Indian Army T-72 has gone through many changes, enhancements, and upgrades, and post the inclusion of enhancements, changes, and upgrades. These tanks have been tested rigorously to ensure there are no flaws or performance issues with it. We are not sure about other countries, but the T-72 variants of tanks, which are manufactured locally in India, will never burst like the one which exploded in Ukraine. Again, these are our team's personal opinion and comment based on our study from various defense sources. Please feel free to leave your comments for the video in the relevant section. Thanks for watching. We hope you'll find our videos useful and informative. Stay tuned to 10 Slide Info for more such updates and analysis on defense and aviation. Thank you.